Welcome to the United States of Tiffany. Our commentary offers a humorous take on wrestling. Please note, we're not bullying or attacking the wrestlers. We're engaging with the choreographed sport and its storylines. Our jokes and observations are about the characters and storylines, not the real people behind them. Tourists and citizens alike, welcome. Enjoy the show and remember, it's all in good fun.
Well,
What was that? The weather. Very peculiar, don't you think?
yes, yes. Smackdown was extremely peculiar. Welcome to the Smackdown After Show. Hello, Kayla. How are you? Hello, that kid. How are you? Listen. Smackdown was a very, very good show. We got a lot of stuff to cover when it comes to SmackDown because there's some new information. First, we're going to go over SmackDown. Then we're going to go over the changes that happened in the I guess, over the last week or so. And then we're going to talk about some more stuff. Okay, so let's get into it. SmackDown decided to kick off the show with the steel cage match. They decided we're not going to wait to the end of the show and then give you a steel cage match. Oh, nay. We're going to give you that up front immediately. It was the first match we saw. The first 30 minutes of the show was commercial free, and all of that match was commercial free. Now, as it neared towards the end of the match, Roman Reigns didn't show up until after the bloodline showed up. So Cody was able to catch the W. He wins. Match is over. Cody got sorry, AJ did something to make me laugh. Cody got caught solo with the crossroads, and it was 1, 2, 3. We're done. We're done. Match is over. We are not wrestling each other anymore. And Cody made it very clear that this was going to be the end all be all of him and Solo. And I don't fucking blame him. Okay. Now, but that wasn't enough because the bloodline decided to climb the cage on some monkey type shit. Climbed the cage, got inside, and was beating the hell out of Cody. Now, they didn't lift this cage and nobody opened the door. So as they were beating up Cody, Jacob hit Cody with his move off the top rope, and Solo demanded that he go to the top of the cage, to which that is when Roman Reigns reared his head. Now, Roman hadn't been on WWE's programming since the last time he got attacked when he was trying to get back his coveted Ula Fala. Now, Roman has come back and he's in full force, and he showed up and got to business. Now, when I tell you that there's a difference in how you're treated, because there's no more Pauline for right now. We don't know when Pauline's going to return and rear his head. But Roman was out there, and the moment Roman got to the cage, the ref opened the gate for Roman. Roman didn't have to open the door. The ref did it for him, okay? And I just thought that was a very interesting thing because when the bloodline came out there, nobody opened the door. Okay, the bloodline climbed the cage. If the ref was gonna let them in, he would have opened the door, right? But Roman walks down, and it's nominance. It's a type of air that he carries, and that referee opened that motherfucking door. The ref was like, "Here you go, King. Yeah, come on in here. Come on in here and do your work. Do your thing. Okay. All right." So Roman went in there and was cleaning house. By then, Jacob Fatu had climbed down on the outside of the ring, which I thought was rather interesting. I was like, where is Jacob? And why is he on the outside? As they began to beat up, he began to beat up on the bloodline. Jacob ended up saving Solo from getting attacked by Roman. And then Jacob got in the ring and thought he was about to have his moment, but Solo pulled him out. The Tama and Tonga ended up attacking Roman, and that's when Cody finally awakened from his slumber and began to attack the bloodline as well. They both were able to take them down, and the last image we saw was the two of them looking at each other in the ring. It was a complete and utter stare down between the two of them. So while Cody won the match, the feud between Roman and Cody is far from over. And it looks like they're going to be building towards Roman and Cody Part 3 at WrestleMania next year when they are in Las Vegas. With all that being said, though, let's move on to the rest of the show. The rest of the show was pretty mild compared to what we saw early on in the show. But I will say that Triple H did a good job at balancing the show. In the beginning, before they even had the steel cage match, Triple H came out to address the crowd. It was the first time since Smackdown has been on USA Network in 5 years. So it's been a long time. Smackdown has a new logo. They have a new theme, which I'm going to get to in just a moment. They have a new theme. They got all new types of stuff. Kayla, I highly recommend that you use the Googles for that, because right now I'm not going to be able to tell you what that is. So they kicked off the steel cage match, and then they moved on to the next match, which was it was Kevin Owens versus A-Town Down Under, correct? Am I right?
I think so.
I want to say that was the next match, because there was not a lot of matches on the card, honestly. Like I said, the steel cage match took up 30 minutes. So, it looks like Raw got a little bit of a revamp. Not too much of a revamp, but it's a little bit. I didn't notice that until now. Interesting. But anyways, let me go over here. No, the next match was actually Chelsea, and it was Piper versus Michin. Michin beat Piper, but they ended up attacking her at the end of the match, and she suffered an unpretty her by Chelsea, and that match was kind of sandwiched in between Kevin and Cody and Solo's mess. So I missed that one, but I saw the tail end of it. So Kevin Owens and Randy Orton teamed up against A-Town Down Under. Now, in this match, Kevin came out with a local talent because it was hinted that Randall's travel had been delayed and he didn't know if he was going to be able to make it or not. And this is what he was saying at the beginning of the show when you saw it on social media, that he was talking to someone and he was like, I don't want to team with them and I'll just find somebody if you don't get here. And that was pretty much the gist of it. It was a little bit of a swerve. It was a little tiny one, but it was a swerve nonetheless. Now, of course, A-Town Down Under were extremely confident because Kevin was all by his lonesome, but they seem to forget that Kevin has wrestled them by himself twice and beaten them as a tag team, and he's beaten them in the triple threat by himself. I don't know why they seem to forget that man has beaten them both of those times, but whatever. Whatever makes you happy. Whatever floats your boat, okay? But Kevin was in a whirlwind of pain. He took a lot of beating in this match against A-Town Down Under with Randy as his partner. It was a lot. Like Kevin was in that ring for majority of this match, and there was no saving him. Okay. He tried his damnedest to get to Randy, and every single time Grayson or Theory found a way to keep him away from tagging in Randy Orton. He knew if Randy got in, it would change the tide of the match and all the momentum would swing in their favor. So they kept them apart. And when I say they kept them apart, they did a spectacular job at keeping Kevin in their corner, and he never got to Randy's side. And even when he did, they took out Randy so that he couldn't tag, and that happened for majority of the match. It didn't start to pick up for Kevin and Randy until the very end, when Kevin had to circumvent. He literally had to leave the ring, run on the outside, climb in, and then tag Randy Orton. It's one of the smartest shits I've ever seen, because what we often see is the struggle of them trying to get to the other side. And it's like, bitch, please do something. Get out the ring. Go in. Do something. Kevin's the only one that I've seen actually use his goddamn head and go in there and get that tag. It was very good. Hello, Aaliyah. How are you? So Kevin and Randy were able to hit them with a double DDT off the ropes. And then we got a a double setup for a stunner and a RKO, and that is what we got. We got the RKO from Randy and a good stunner from Kevin Owens, and they were able to pick up the win. And A-Town Down Under suffered another loss. With that being said, we head to backstage, and Nia Jax is coming out. Nia Jax comes out, and okay, so I'm sorry, but Nia Jax was tacky today. She was tacky. I didn't like her outfit. I didn't really care about what she was saying. All she did was rehash what she's been saying for the last 6 months. Before and after she became champion, she's been rehashing and just saying the same shit over and over again. And Nick Aldis has informed her that she is going to have an opponent at Bad Blood. And she says whoever her opponent is at Bad Blood, she's gonna annihilate them. Cool, love that. So Beyblade comes out there, Pammy Pockets, if you will. Pam come out there and she basically tell Nia, I want a rematch for my championship. Nia kind of like, girl, I already beat you once. And Bayley was like, hold up. Because she was like, the last time you defended your championship, you had help from Tiffany Stratton. She was like, when you was fighting me for the title, if it wasn't for Tiffany Stratton, you wouldn't be champion right now. She was like, what are you talking about? That's not true. And I'm like, yes, it is. Because Tiffany Stratton ran interference for you before and after you became champion. And everything that you did leading up to you becoming champion had some weird ass bullshit going on with it. Like when you went up against fucking Jade Cargill in the tournament. Jade got disqualified. You didn't beat her because you annihilated her like you claimed. Jade got disqualified. Now, the only reason why you beat Bianca the way you beat Bianca is because Bianca got injured. You didn't really get the W because you was annihilating her. You won because you already had a attack on her leg that you could use. Now, going into your title shot, not only did you win because Tiffany gave you the gave you the little ooh, you also kept the championship because she gave you the ooh. So every major milestone in your career leading up to this fucking championship has an asterisk next to it, except for when you was wrestling Lyra. She's the only one you won straight up without any interference from Tiffany. I don't know what it is, but she came out there looking like she was finna go to sleep. And I didn't like her outfit. Her boots was ugly. Tiffany's outfit was cute. I ain't gonna lie. I did like her outfit. But I'm not a fan of cat suits that look like that. I think they just look weird on people, honestly. It just looked like a second skin. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not a fan of it. Neither one of them was she Naya was not that flattering to me, and I feel like she's worn better outfits than that. And I just wasn't a fan of it. It wasn't something that was worthwhile. And then she really messed it up with them ugly ass boots. I hated it. I digress. And as they was talking about Bailey, they was double teaming up on Bailey. Naomi came out there to her rescue, which Naomi normally does. And Naomi was like, y'all not finna gang up on my girl, but if y'all want to fight, bitch, we can fight. So they came up with a solution. Naomi was like, I have an idea. So how about you two, you face off against me and Tiffany Stratton next week, and whoever wins, whoever gets the pin gets a title shot against me at Bad Blood. And they was like, yeah, sure. And then she was like, but if you lose and when you lose, whoever gets pinned leaves SmackDown forever. Now, if it's me and I'm Naomi or Bailey and I get pinned and I have to leave SmackDown, I'm taking a chair to Nia back right then and there. I'm whooping her ass and I'm taking Tiffany's ass out too. If I gotta go, bitch, you gonna be on the shelf for the next month. That's just me. That's just me. That's just how I would roll. Okay, I would add a little flavor to Triple H's storyline. You gotta make it fun, shit. You ain't gonna just make me leave SmackDown and then I ain't got shit going. Okay,
I'll leave. But I'm whooping your ass and I'm taking that contract with me.
that's what I'm
You
saying.
want to track me down and get it back.
I would take it and cash in. And I'd be like, the contract didn't say Tiffany Stratton. It's just the briefcase. The briefcase is holding the contract. Stop playing. Anyway, I know I have a feeling that they are gonna lose next week, and it's gonna be Naomi that's probably gonna end up leaving SmackDown and going to Raw. And I know damn well Adam is gonna run to pick her up if she is the one. I don't think Bailey's gonna leave, honestly, because Bailey is deserving of a rematch. She has yet to have one since SummerSlam. So her having a rematch at Bad Blood makes a lot of sense to me. So I do think that she probably is gonna be the one to leave. And then what would really make sense to me is if Naomi went over to Raw and then she got into a program with Liv, and then that girl got to be Raw Women's Champion. You know, she got to be the women's world champion. You know what I'm saying? Well, Naomi's potential loss next week lead to a heel turn, resulting in her costing Bailey the match at Bad Blood. Dude, if she loses, then she's no longer going to be on SmackDown, which means legally, if we're sticking in kayfabe, she legally would have no reason to be there or cost Bailey a match at Bad Blood because there would be no way to return the favor. They wouldn't cross paths unless there was a reason to, and even then, I mean, the heel turn could happen, but to me, that makes no sense for her to do it like this. She could have been turned on Bailey and made it actually into a storyline that would have worked at Bad Blood rather than waiting until you get this match. They lose. She ends up leaving SmackDown because they lose. And then she cost her the match at Bad Blood. So how would Bailey get her receipt back? Because Bailey's not going to be a Raw superstar, and you know that Naomi's more than likely going to move to Raw. I mean, y'all desperate for her to turn heel. I don't really care about that. That's not my point. I like Naomi the way she is. I don't need her to turn. So, anyways, we got next week's set up for next week's match. And we know what the stakes are, and the stakes are very, very high. Okay. Now,
Oh, they are.
they are. Backstage, Nick Aldis had drew up a contract because he tired of the bloodline and they bullshit. Okay. And he saw the potential of what could happen in a match between Roman and Cody and Solo and Jacob Fatu, because that's a lot. That's a lot going on right there. But that's a money-making match right there. That's money. So Nick drew up the plans and he took it to Solo and them, and they signed it sight unseen. Didn't even read the contract. But it was a little bit of a problem for Cody and Roman. You see, Nick was talking to Kathy about it, and then Cody came in his office and was like, look, I told you last week, once I got done with Solo, I was done with the bloodline. I don't have nothing going on with them. I don't care about what they're talking about. I don't want to have anything to do with that, and I'm not signing that fucking contract. So, deuces. Okay, Nick said, dang, this about to be harder than I thought. He was like, let me go talk to Roman and see what the fuck he's talking about. Okay, now in between there, we got the match between Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. Now, right before this match came out, we got the segment with Nia. Then Nick was walking down the hallway, and he basically was like, we want to know if you got an update on the segment, what's going on. And Nick said, yeah, Roman has decided to address this situation in the ring after this match. So once the match is over, Roman will go out and he'll have that conversation in the ring. Hopefully, it'll end with him signing the contract. And ladies and gentlemen, we had this banger of a match between Carmelo and Andrade. It was really good. Andrade picked up the W. So Andrade has won the feud between these two. At least it looks that way. And he now has won the right to challenge LA Knight for the Intercontinental Championship. And so they will have their battle. But I was saying that because I was thinking because they usually don't split up couples. Well, technically, Jimmy isn't on SmackDown. If you notice, he hasn't popped up on SmackDown at all, actually. So, if Naomi moves to Raw, more than likely, Jimmy will follow suit. Just like when they did the draft, and Bianca was drafted first, and then the Street Profits were drafted a little bit later in the rounds. So, just because Naomi could possibly be the one that's sent to Raw doesn't mean that Jimmy won't follow. He will. He'll be on Raw. They more than likely won't do it the way you're suggesting, mainly because they've already added the stipulation that whoever gets the pin has to leave. So if Naomi gets pinned, it would make no sense for her to turn on Bayley because, again, there would be no receipt for that. She would be moved and she would never be a part of the roster. So how would Naomi and Bayley battle it out if she's not on the roster? So let's get into Roman and Cody. Talk about the love, the odd couple. we better get into it. Oh, they mad to go. I don't know why. I don't know why y'all so mad. I do not know why y'all so mad, honey. You definitely should have been paying attention. You should have been paying attention. Now, Roman came out there and Roman made it very clear. He was like, look, I don't need no motherfucking Nick Aldis to tell me what to do. I don't need nobody signing no contracts. I don't need no tag team partner to handle this. This is bloodline business. This is family business. And he said, oh, just so we're clear, I will always be the original tribal chief. In fact, I'm the only tribal chief. Ain't no faking half stepping up through here. And it don't matter if I got the Ula follow or not. This is my bloodline. This is my ring. And this is my WWE. And then That's when Cody big-headed ass came out there. Cody took 17 minutes to bring his ass down the ramp. Child, I said, damn, you almost on Roman time, taking your ass. That was long as fuck. We heard your whole Kingdom song. Hurry the fuck up. We ain't got all night. Just because we on USA Network don't mean you can cut up. Stop it. Shit. That clock hit 10 on 1. I thought it was gonna cut off on us, Jared, and we was gonna have to watch the WWE exclusive. But that camera kept rolling. I said, bitch, we is back on USA Network. It's time. Anyway. So Cody came out here and was like, this is your ring and this is your WWE. He was like, bam, bam, OTC. It was. It was. It ain't been yours for about 5 months. It was. It ain't been yours since WrestleMania. I took it from you at WrestleMania. Shit, I took your house. Look at your house. Ain't it nice? I kept it up. I even put some new music in. You like the new music? Yeah, Megan sends her regards. She do. You like the new sign? You like the new setup? I know, it's short. But I believe if we have more fans coming in, they can see everything. You know what I'm saying? So I put my little touch on it after you left. It's cute, right? Right. Cody was being a messy bitch, honey. Cody said it's not yours anymore, honey. And I got the keys to prove it. You see that? That's what say I'm the champ. I'm at the top. Now the boys just standing there. They not about to talk no more. Cody dropped the microphone after he said what he said, and Cody put his belt on the ground, dropped that mic. Roman dropped that mic. I said, "Ooh, they about to scrap. And then Solo came out there ruining the wet dream. I'm like, oh my God. Everybody coochie dried up. Jesus Christ. Like, God. It's so dry. It's Sahara Desert dry. Jesus. Oh, we need water. He ain't even say nothing. They distracted him so that the bloodline could come out and attack the two of them, Cody and Roman. They got attacked and was getting beat down. And then the tables turned. They were able to best the Tama and Tonga, beat them up, and take them out. And once that happened, Roman grabbed the damn contract and he signed it. Cody put his belt down. Because at first, Cody stepped back and said, "Hey, oh, you signed it? You ain't finna upstage me, nigga." And then that nigga put the belt down and put his hand out and said, "Give me the contract." Roman said, "This motherfucker." He put it in his hand gently. He didn't shove it at him. He didn't act a fool. Cody took it and signed it. I was like, damn, Nick. I ain't gonna lie, you did that. You got this shit together. Solo on the outside, like, you don't even like each other. You guys hate each other. Look, he can't stand him. You guys aren't even friends. You aren't even friends, bro. No, they're not, but they hate you. So that hatred overrides. Essentially, what the deal is first, we're gonna take care of your stupid ass. And then I'm gonna deal with your bitch ass later. Okay? That's how that works. You feel me? Child. A mess. Now, Nicole said, folks are so distraught over Cody and Roman. Like, it's so funny. She said, like, crash it out. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about this. Probably because I don't watch Smackdown really. So anything that happens over there to me is not canon. It's really not that serious. Because she can't watch it. Usually Nicole's at work and she'll catch it after it's over. She said only Raw, NXT, and most pay-per-views are canon to me. Honestly, I don't see anything wrong with it. If they do end up being able to tag, it's not going to last for long. And somebody's going to attack the other once the match is over, because Solo's not going to be able to keep up this fraudulent bullshit that he got going. He's gonna have to disband at some point, because he himself said that you can't be a loser and be the tribal chief. He's not only lost once, he's lost twice to Cody. So he has no more legs to stand on. There's nothing else for him to claim. He wants to be champion. He's got to get to the back of the line just like everybody else. This feud between Cody and Roman isn't over, because technically the two of them haven't had a true legitimate match where there was no interference on anyone's side. And since Cody's going to be the one going into Mania as champion, and he has the most to lose, with Roman having the most to gain, to me, that makes sense. But there is a lingering problem here that no one is talking about. More than likely, Cody and Roman shit is going to happen at Royal Rumble, not at Mania. They're probably going to have their fight flushed out then, because The Rock is still a problem. The Rock is still somebody that has to be dealt with. And that is something that they have foreshadowed at the beginning of Cody's title reign when he won the championship. So, like, everybody got to relax. Like, they did the same shit when they had Cody possibly giving up his championship slot, and that didn't happen. And then everybody was like, he finished the story. And the story, the way they finished it, was grander than anything anybody could have dreamed up or imagined. So, like, fucking chill out, you whiny bitches. Jesus. Y'all ruining the best parts about wrestling. It's the story. Like, let the story flush itself out. Y'all said y'all was tired of Solo. Well, Solo finna be gone, bitch. Like, what do you want from us? What do you want? Now, I don't know why, but they don't have the graphic up for Roman, Cody, Solo, and Jacob yet. They don't have that graphic up. But when they do, my friends, I'll make sure I post it so you guys can see. Dos Equis. Stay thirsty, my friend. Oh, man. It was I will say Smackdown was well done. It was done right. It wasn't blown out or overdone. And they let you kind of calm down in the middle of the show, but still be excited about what we saw. They gave you a nice banger of a match with Andrade and Carmelo. Those two are going to be workhorses when they finally get their chances to be at the top of the mountain. It's going to be chef's kiss to watch. And then they give you a nice palate cleanser with Piper and Michin. And Michin got the W, which shout out to you, Michin, because you definitely deserved it. And then we had to sit through Nia's punk ass talking the same shit she been talking all the time. Almost all of the titles changed hands at Victory Road. You're lying. You're lying. No. Wait. Wendy was at NXT? Wow. I mean, Wendy was at TNA. That's crazy. I'm lazy. I didn't want to pay for Victory Road. They better not give that. They gave that title back to fucking Moose. Like, why give Zach the X Division title if they were going to do nothing but have him drop it like 2 weeks later? Who did he drop it to? God, that sucks. Well, if everybody was going to drop their title, why the fuck Jordan couldn't drop hers? It's no shade, but like, real talk, Jordan been running. Real talk. Her ass should have been dropped her championship, if we being honest. She should have dropped it. You gave the title back to... They better not give that fucking title back to Moose. They better not. Oh, Kushida beat Leon Slater. That's cool. Hold on, I'll let y'all see what I'm seeing. Heard on. He dropped it back to Mike Bailey? Oh my God. I like Mike Bailey, but like, no, let Zachary at least keep it for 2 months. I mean, could it be that they might have him being in NXT longer than they thought? Damn, Macklin and Young lost to Hammerstone and something. Fuck. I kind of like Steve Macklin. I wish he would have won. Okay, so First Class. I don't know who Casey Navarro is, so pardon me. They supposed to be First Class, and they went up against the Hardys today at Victory Road. The Hardys beat First Class. Oh, that's crazy. They said they're one step closer to the TNA World Tag Team Championship. How many more tag teams do you motherfuckers need? Both tag titles and the X Division. I knew that Masha Slamovich and them was gonna lose their title, so I'm happy about that one. I'm already disgusted. He lost it to Mike Bailey, the barefoot bat Mike. I like Steve Macklin every blue moon. I like Steve Macklin. I think Steve Macklin is severely underrated. I don't believe he got a fair shake as a villainous champion either. If I was a wrestler and I had to eat a pin from Hardy in 2024, I'd quit. You know what, Nicole? For one, I'm with you on that one because that's some bullshit. Like, I'm sorry, but like, dream come true or not, like, fuck that. Like, y'all asses been wrestling since y'all was goddamn 12 and 10 years old. Let me get my moment, please. Did somebody come in there and cost him the title? Okay, let me read it. It says, Wentz hits the super kick, then dives through the ropes to drop Bailey on the outside. Now it's Bailey's turn as he takes out Wentz with the moonsault to the floor. Back in the ring, Bailey secures a leg lock submission on Wentz, but Wentz crawls out to the bottom rope to break the hold. Both men avoid each other's running shooting stars, then connect with in-sync super kicks. Wentz's chain charges at Bailey as both competitors are toppling over the top rope to the floor. Bailey catches Wentz with a springboard moonsault. Wentz hits a double stomp to Bailey's back before flying off the second turnbuckle. Wentz drives him face first into the steel ramp. Bailey makes it back to the ring before the ref's 10 count. Wentz connects with the cutter off the second rope, but it's not enough to keep Bailey down. Bailey hits the shooting star for a near fall of his own, and then Wentz spikes him with the modified DDT, but Bailey kicks out at 2. Bailey hits the flaming flamingo driver to win the match and become the new X Division champion. Yeah. Ew, Mike Bailey had on pants today? That's weird. That's suspicious. It's so strange. Ugh. Matt Cardona and Steph DeLander went up against wait a minute, what happened? They went up against PCO and Rhino. What happened with Steph? I thought she was in love with him. In a shocking turn of events, Steph DeLander reveals she needs neck surgery, and Matt Cardona took advantage of the news. Oh, she said she'll be back though. All right, Masha Slamovich and Tasha Steelz, because I guess Alicia Edwards she can't wrestle. Her neck messed up. She got a bedazzled neck brace on. They went up against Spitfire, and Spitfire beat them. Yeah, that's crazy. Because if they had a loss, they would have had to split up and no longer be a team. But they got them titles back, so good for them. Alicia berates Masha for embarrassing her and then Steele's blindsides Mashavich and drops her with a color. And Alicia and Steele stand tall over a fallen Slamovich. Oh, that's sad. And crazy. It's very crazy. Joe Hendry beat Josh Alexander. What? Hendry hit a standing ovation and then locked in the ankle lock and forced Alexander to tap.
Damn.
That's crazy. The tag team title. The tag team titles went back to the system. Why did y'all do this? Like, why y'all putting us through this hell? Nick Nemeth's finna lose this championship. The fucking mushmouth moose. Oh, bitch ass. Oh, she defended it against Wendy. Well, that makes sense why she didn't drop it. She was defending it against Wendy. Damn, after the match, Rosemary speared Jordan Grace and hit her with her move as above, so below. And then Wendy Chu put the sleeper on her. And then they had a little moment where Santino and his daughter, Ariana, they crossed paths backstage.
Oh shit.
I'm mad because I didn't get to see it. I'm so mad.
That was probably fucking pure comedy.
Oh, I know Nick probably gonna give up this damn championship. That's gonna break my heart. It really is. That sucks. Yep, consider me sickened. That fucking sucks. That's terrible. I hate you, TNA, for that because you could have had more better tag teams going for those tag team titles in the fucking system. They're terrible, by the way. I just want you to know that. Now they're 2-time tag team champions. For what? Anyways, so let me tell y'all what happened with Smackdown. Everybody saw we got a new theme for Smackdown. The new theme for Smackdown is Megan Thee Stallion's Never Play. Okay? And WWE no longer is under contract with Def Rebel. So everything they do now will more than likely be more mainstream. So you're going to see a lot more mainstream music popping up in the E because they're going to be licensing and paying for it. So maybe these new wrestlers, instead of coming out to music that has already been created, they might be coming out to 50 Cent or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Might come out to some old school Nelly. You know what I'm saying? Come out to some Ludacris. Stand up. I would come out to some Ludacris. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about no more corny ass interests and none of that shit. WWE said we making billions and we finna spend every dime of it. Megan Thee Stallion was on her Instagram and she also shared it on her stories that her song is now the new theme for Smackdown. And she's a very proud girl. And we love that for Megan. Her strong knees. Now, I'm very curious as to who else's music they will license and use. It's going to be a fun time in the WWE for the next couple of years. I suspect, though, that if Megan keep going the way she's going with her popularity, she could pop up at WrestleMania, performing her music, or you could have a little segment for her like they did at SummerSlam for Jelly Roll and let her perform, Whoever get the contract to be the theme for WrestleMania this year, that's gonna be a nice little bag, honey. Just as long as it's not the weekend. If I never hear the weekend's music again, I'll be okay. Because at this point, we're tired. We're tired. We just don't need no more weekend music. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed the Smackdown after show and that tiny recap of TNA's Victory Road. I'm lightweight mad that they gave all of those titles away except for Masha and Alicia's titles. I'm not mad about that. Because to be honest, Alicia Edwards didn't really deserve the championship in the first place, and she got it in such a weird ass way. So I'm not mad about it. The other ones, they leave a lot to be desired. Let's put it that way. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.